Hello students, this is sixth part of your second chapter, components of food. Now first we will see the summary of this chapter. The process by which living things obtain and use food is called nutrition. The process by which living things obtain and use food is called nutrition. Second, plants store the food that they make as a starch. Means the plants store their food in the form of starch in their leaves. Third is, fats are stored under the skin and around the heart and kidneys. Means the fat which we eat, it is stored under our skin and around the heart. Next point is, vitamins are essential for growth, to keep the body healthy and to fight against diseases. As you know, vitamins are needed in only a small amount, but it helps us to grow, keep our body healthy and fit, and for fight against diseases. Next point is, vitamins are essential for growth, to keep the body healthy and to fight against diseases. Next is, roughage, also called fiber. As you all know that roughage is a fiber, is the substance in plant foods that our body cannot digest. Means we can say that it don't give any nutrient. It doesn't give any nutrient to our body, roughage, but it is essential for the digestion. Life processes cannot occur without water. Means water is also very important. Water, we cannot get any type of nutrient from the water, but without water we cannot live, or without water the process of digestion or any process of our body cannot happen. The daily intake of food which contains all the necessary nutrients in the right quantities called a balanced diet. Means if we are taking the food which have all the nutrients in sufficient amount, then it is said as a balanced diet. Now, disease caused by the lack of some nutrients in food are known as deficiency diseases. So deficiency diseases are those diseases which cause due to the lack of a particular nutrient. Now we will see some activities. Now here an activity is given. The aim is to test the presence of starch in a food item. So for testing the starch we need some materials. Look here, what materials are they? A small quantity of food item to be tasted. Dilute iodine solution. Test tube and Bunsen burner. Now look here. Here are the apparatus. The starch solution are filled here inside the test tube. This is a glass test tube and the starch solution are filled is here inside this test tube. Now here is a iodine solution which is put here in the test tube by drop, and the solution turn into blue black. Look here. Method: take a small quantity of food item solid. So remember here you have to take some solid food item and put it in the test tube. Now add some water. After putting the food item in the test tube, we'll put some water in it to the test tube and shake it. What is the second step? Shake it. Why we shake it? So that it mix well in the water. Next, heat the test tube for 1 minute. With the help of this Bunsen burner, we will heat the test tube for about 1 minute. After the test tube has cooled down, add a few drops of dilute iodine solution to it. After it, we will mix some iodine drops inside the, as you see in the figure. Here the iodine drops are added to the solution. What was the observation? The observation was, as you have seen, what was the observation? The observation was the food sample turns into blue black. It changes its color into blue black. This blue black color shows that the starch present in the food item. So what was the conclusion? The blue black color indicates that the sample contains starch. Now you can perform this activity at home if you find the apparatus. And if you don't have, then okay. Now next activity is, in this activity we will test the presence of fat in a food item. The aim is given to test the presence of fat in a food item. You know what is fat? You can say oil or ghee. These are the fat food items, fatty food items. So for it, what are the materials we have? Look here. A small quantity of food item to be tasted and a piece of filter paper. If you don't have the filter paper, you can use the simple paper also. Method: take a small quantity of food item solid, wrap it in a piece of filter paper and crush it. Take care that the paper does not tear. Now straighten the paper and observe it carefully. Remember it that the paper does not tear. Look here. First, we have put some food items on the paper, and after it is crushed by folding the paper, and after crushing it, as you can see here, you can see some patches on the paper. So what is the observation? Oily patch appears on the filter paper. So what is the conclusion? An oily patch on paper shows that the food item contains fat. So this is how we can show that a food item contains fat. Now we will see the another activity. Now we will perform an activity to show the presence of protein in a food item. The aim is given here to test the presence of protein in a food item. So just take it, look at here. What are the materials needed for it? A small quantity of food item to be tested, copper sulfate solution, sodium hydroxide, test tube and Bunsen burner. Copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide, these are the two chemicals. Test tube, as you have seen, it is made of glass, and Bunsen burner is a kind of lamp from which we can heat the test tube. So now look at the method. Grind or mash a small quantity of food item solid. We will grind the food item. Put some of this in a clean test tube, and this crushed food item we will put it in the test tube. Add some water. We will add some water to it and shake the test tube for mixing. Next, heat the test tube for about 1 minute, and with the help of Bunsen burner we will heat the test tube for 1 minute. After the test tube has cooled down, add 2 drops each of copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide to it. After cooling, we will add 2 drops of these two solutions, and after it shake well and let the test tube stand for a few minutes. What will be the observation? Now look here. These are the two solutions. First bottle is of NaOH, means sodium hydroxide, and second bottle is of copper sulfate. So the observation will be here. The food sample in the test tube turns into violet color. When we add these two solutions, the color will be changed into violet. Now what will be the conclusion? The violet color indicates the presence of protein in the food item. Now here are some questions which you have to do as a homework. First question is, what inspiration do we get from our teeth that have different functions? Second question is, suppose you were busy in office that you did not eat anything the entire day. In the evening, you develop acidity in the stomach. Why do you think this could have happened? Question number 3. Two athletes A and B wanted to give themselves some extra energy just before 100-meter race. Athlete A drank some glucose and athlete B ate a sandwich. Who do you think is more sensible and why? So take the screenshot for these 3 questions and you have to do these 3 questions by your own as a homework in your notebook. Now here is some project work. First is, make a list of the food items that you ate yesterday from morning to night. Divide each item into the food groups you have learnt about in this chapter. See if you ate a balanced diet. If your diet is not balanced, decide in what way it should be modified so that it becomes balanced. So you have to start from the morning. In the morning you take breakfast. In the afternoon you take lunch and at night you take dinner. So you have to start from the breakfast, that what you have eaten in the breakfast. Suppose that you have taken some bread. So a bread contains carbohydrate. Same as you can take the help of the book also. From the previous video you have shown there that which food item contains which nutrient. So make a list and write which nutrient is present in the food item and check your diet that it is balanced or not, and check it what should you eat and what you should not eat. Second number, information about the nutritional contents of food can be found on labels. Check the labels on 10 food packages at home and decide which one contain the most vitamins. You can take the 10 food packets of different things, check the contents and check which food packet contains the vitamins in large amount. Now here the third project is, fill the table. Carbohydrate rich food item A. Protein rich food item B. Fast rich food item C. So you have to write some food items which has carbohydrate, as you can write here: bread, potato, wheat, rice, or you can see from the table at the back. Protein rich food items, for this you can write here: beans, pulses, milk, egg, or take the help of the table from the chapter, and for it you have to see the previous video. In third column is written fast rich food item C. Fast rich food items, here you can write sandwich, pizza, pasta, etc. All these are the fast food items. So complete this table, this project work and these questions, and in the next video we will start with the new chapter number 3. Till then, complete this chapter, each and everything: word meaning, question answer, exercises, project work, your homework, reading and explanation, hard words which you have find. Complete the chapter. We will meet in the next video. Till then, good day.